This technique is twirling sacrifice. It's a very interesting technique and very difficult technique for us smaller people to pull off. So we do have a second variation of the technique that we use at the school, which I'm going to go over with you today as well. Now, this technique is against a full Nelson. It's the third installment of the full Nelson defense techniques that we have. And this is as if the person's finally got the full lock on you and is pushing your head down. This gives you a little tool or a little idea that you can use if, God forbid, that ever happens. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to step out with the right leg as I'm being pushed down. I have to stabilize myself and recover from that energy. So as I step out, I'm going to notice that I'm sitting on that knee. That's what's really stopping them from pushing me down even further for that brief moment in time. As I'm being pushed down further, I let this left leg snake around my opponent's legs. That would be their right leg. I'm going to go ahead and gather both of their legs up. And notice how my posture immediately checked itself. I dropped my hips, my pelvic region and underneath me, and I straightened up my back so that I'm just relying on my leg muscles here. I'm going to pull them up. Now this is the textbook. I'm going to spin with my right leg, stepping, and on my left leg, pivoting around this way, and then basically taking them into what would be assumed as a surface, like a wall, and slamming them into the wall or even just dumping them. Okay? Now that's the original version. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and show that on Sensei Gabe. Then I'm going to give you our version while Sensei Gabe's out here. Okay? Sir? So, full Nelson. Comes in, starts to push me down. I immediately step out and settle into my stance. And as that's being forced down even more on me, I go ahead and take that left leg, circling it around. Now notice how I've really dropped into my stance here and I'm engaging my muscles. Now I've become an obstacle for him. I'm going to gather the legs up. I'm going to pick him up. I'm going to take that right leg and step, and then step again, slamming him into the wall or what have you, or even just dumping him. So that would be the original technique for all of you large Kempoists out there who can handle it. But our version is simply this. We're going to use it as basically a wrestling move, a good body slam. Good old Andre the Giant, right? He comes in, pulls me down, I lock my stance in place here, sweep around, creating that base and grabbing his legs. I'm going to pick him up and I'm going to fall back with him, pulling up and then back down. And I don't want to do this hard because I'll hurt Sensei Gabe. But as I drop him, I will drop down with him and strike him with that elbow right into his solar plexus, breaking his ribs and his body with my body's mass. And obviously from there, we don't want to stay on the ground too long. We can strike, 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 and back up, making our way back up as we fight back. Okay, sir? So that would be twirling sacrifice. Good luck with it. That's an outline for you. It's much easier to practice on some of your friends here at the dojo. So we'll definitely be reviewing that one. Cheers.